Welcome, everybody. Wow, it is another beautiful Thursday of the Hempibition show, 2 p.m. Pacific. And we had a little sniffle, snaffle, snaggle. We had something where this post disappeared from Facebook. I know why now. First I thought, man, it's Facebook is taking stuff down and they're shadow banning, doing all that crap. It wasn't that. It turns out me, genius, and this is proof that you don't have to be smart to do what I do. I actually set this live up for 2 a.m. Crickets. It was for 2 a.m. So at 2 a.m., guess what happens? It goes away because that time has passed. Anyway, so it is 2 p.m. Pacific on a beautiful Thursday. This is the Hempibition show where we talk about all that good stuff in the world. And the bottom line to the whole show is to help people, empower people to simply be able to make money from home, from their cell phone. So they could be on a beach, they could be traveling, they could be at home with their kids, especially now today where more and more kids will be homeschooled because of what's happening in the world. Opportunity galore is my point. So let's say hello to some people. We got Terry Thayer. I don't know who this guy is. He keeps just everywhere I turn, bam, Terry Thayer. What's up, Terry? What's up, Gene? Hello, everybody. Kai, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? Philly. Jeff is in Philly. Phenomenal DJ right there. He's got a cool show. We'll talk to him soon. Roberta, Chris. Hey, so as you guys are jumping in here, let's get situated. But the first thing I want to know from everybody is where you're from. So city, state, country, all that fun stuff. Because I know now we have more of a international audience, which is really, really cool. But drop that in the comments. And as we build this thing up, I'll tell you guys all about how to do all this and what we're going to do on Facebook. This is now being streamed to Facebook and also to YouTube at the same time, simultaneously, right now. It's happening as I speak. So we got Myrtle Beach, Iowa. It sounds like Hawaii, but it's Iowa. Lake Hills, Illinois, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Texas. What's up? Hi, Ro. We have Romania. No way. Look, we have Romania in the house. That is the coolest shit ever. Monterey, California. Hi, Alice and John. Welcome, you guys. Desert Springs, California. What's up, Gene? I didn't know you were in Desert Springs. I thought you were like IE somewhere, but here we are. Not Morris Chapel, Tennessee. I think that's a tag. I'm not sure that's a place. Maybe it's a place, and I just don't know. Michigan. Welcome, everybody. Whoo, man. All right. So here are the rules of Facebook Live, and then we'll talk about YouTube, and then we'll talk about all the others, the podcast platforms, etc. What's exciting about working from home and being able to do and run businesses from anywhere in the world, you don't have to shave every day. You don't have to do, actually, you don't have to do anything. You just have to show up and do this. Belgium. Wow, that is so cool. Hi, Carla. Welcome. Jeff out of Wisconsin. John out of Monterey. Very, very cool. Melanie out of Michigan. We got some cool people. We're going international. I mean, we are. Germany. Mike Dietrich. I probably butchered your name. I apologize. Okay, so we're Facebook Live. Here's what happens, guys. You got to slam the heart button. The heart button just has to be clicked a lot. Facebook runs on algorithms. So the more engagement traction there is, more and more people get to see it. So you want to slam the heart button. Then you want to tag people. Anybody that needs help today, maybe they're scared, their job, their business, not enough money, stimulus didn't come in, whatever. Tag them right now, because this is an opportunity for people to be able to stay home, make money, travel the world, and create that side hustle, that residual income that everybody dreams about, talks about. This is the way to do it. And it's very, very simple. So tag, and you want to share. So right now there's a button underneath where you can share, or you can simply, if you're on a computer, there's a add people little section where you can add people to this conversation. Or of course you can do your own watch party. So this way, this content goes to your audience as a watch party. You can have a conversation with them in the process. So tag away, share this, please, and do a watch party. And of course, the biggest rule of all of this is engagement. So when I ask you guys a question like, hey, where are you from? Type it in the freaking comments. That's not a suggestion. That's like us working together. It's like, if I was here just not talking, it would be the equivalent of you guys not dropping comments. Huh? You like that, huh? Teamwork, people. Come on. Damn it. Teamwork. on YouTube, because we're on YouTube right now live as well, on the Hempibition page. That's getting built. It's not huge yet, but it's getting built. We got people jumping into that and creating some cool things around it. There you want to do what? Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you always get alerts. You want to hit the thumbs up button on this video, and of course leave a comment. And again, it's all about engagement. So that's Facebook, that's YouTube, and of course if you go to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, you'll find the Hempibition, or go to badassrefactory.com, go to the podcast and social media links, and you can find all of the stuff that I just mentioned there. And of course, drop your email in with us so you can stay abreast as to what the heck we're doing, because we're moving fast. A lot of stuff is happening and it's exciting. It's a lot of fun. So today, I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I don't know if maybe you guys are not ready. I'm not sure if you're ready for this conversation. It's a badass conversation. I need to know if you guys are ready. So drop some comments in here. I'm ready. When I see some people being ready, I think we'll go to the next level in this show. I see a lot of people tagging people. People tagging people. What's up, Lori? Hey, badass. Very cool. I got people talking to me in my language. What's up, Chris? Oh, Chris is ready. All right, cool. We got one ready. All right. Stacy ready. Alice ready. Roberta ready. Danitza. That's such a cool name. Danitza Rodriguez. Very cool. All right. I think you guys are ready. So without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to a power duo dynamic machine out of Idaho, and we met them about a year ago, but then we got to meet at convention, so we've met in person and we've worked together now for, give it a year. I think it's a year. And what you'll find is a lot of people talk about, I want success, I want to make money, I want to change my life, and then you have people that actually like are just doing it and not talking about it. They're out there hustling. They're construction, building, flipping houses, doing, they're always working somehow. And if they're not doing that, they're running their business here at HempWorks and doing some magical stuff. I repeat, it's about action, and these gals are 100% about action, and they're about making things happen. So in the last 30 days, meaning, well, last month, they hit a rank in this business that's phenomenal. It's called 5K, and it's a cool thing. So what's next? 10K, because once you get the, you stretch out, you know how to do push-ups, and it's like little boot camp 5K. It's like, all right, cool. All I got to do is more of that. I got this. So without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to a phenomenal badass couple out of Idaho, Ali and Tiffany. Welcome to the Hempibition.
Hey, thanks so much. We're pumped about this.
Well, you should be. You're kicking ass. You better be excited and pumped up and ready.
Yeah, I mean, we're generally pretty excited people. Life is pretty fun. We have a good time with it, but it's one of those, like, now it's just the compound level of excitement is awesome.
Yeah. So
it's real.
Is there a way to bring your iPad closer for volume purposes?
Yeah.
Only if it is. And oh shoot, I'm getting a call. Who is this? I don't know if I can. Bear with me 1 second. I'll be right back.
What is good? Well, hi.
Hello.
Well, I hope everyone's having fun. Oh, hey.
I thought I would hijack his show.
You see what I did? I just passed the button. Boom! So this show just got a lot better because everybody, this is my awesome badass wife, business partner, and my friend Tami Popa. Take it away.
Thanks, babe. Hi guys, what's up? Hey. I thought I would hijack, come in here and just we'll have some fun, have a little interview. He was gonna say he got a call from Trump, but I'm standing.
Trump is actually live right now.
Oh, so no one would believe it because he's live.
That's
All
right.
Awesome. So we get to compete with Trump. No big deal.
Stay there.
Oh, I'm getting moved. All right. Well, what's up, ladies? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Hempibition.
I know, this is pretty fun.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah. Okay, I can hear you, but not great. I'm going to turn up my volume. Okay, awesome. Hello. Hi, guys. Okay. So today we want to talk about this whole cool industry, right? What's going on? And you guys just recently hit a new milestone in your business. So we're just going to chat. I want people out there to get to know who you are, what you've gone through, kind of your background, and to understand more about this opportunity and the timing. Because as we know, with what's going on in the world today, it's a little bit crazy and there's a lot of people hurting, right? There's a lot of uncertainty, fear. There's a lot of people. I mean, just this week alone, my gosh, I know you guys are going through the same thing, but as we're talking to people, we're finding people that are, getting divorced over this, are losing their homes over this time, are not sure how to pay their, bills, how to feed their kids. So it's a hard time. And I feel like we have a really awesome solution. So, and I think you ladies have a very powerful story. And so I hope that everybody listening, tag people that need to hear this right now, that need hope, because that's really what we're going to talk about today is hope. And then just kind of the nuts and bolts to how to do it, but that's kind of the easy part. I think right now what people need is hope, and they need an opportunity. They need a platform to be able to, pay their bills right now, feed their kids, and stay positive, stay around positive people. So I wanted to do this interview today just because I love you guys, I love your energy, and I think that right now that's definitely what the world needs more of, are people like you that are just happy, loving life, and willing to share and help other people win. So so I'm super excited to dive into this. Welcome.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So can I? Yeah, if you guys could move. Well, if you move it closer, I guess it's gonna drown out your faces. So it's all good.
Yeah.
I can hear you, but not super great. So just talk loud, I guess. Yell at us.
There we go.
Awesome. That's better. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's dive in. I guess, the industry that we're in right now is obviously helping people work from home, create freedom. I know that you guys are new to this industry and this business that we're going to talk about today. So tell everybody, before we really dive in, just a little bit about yourselves and your world and what you had going on prior to what we're going to talk about today, this new venture.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just bullet point it. Just get a general idea of
Yeah. So we had, so in 2016, basically we decided that we were gonna do this whole entrepreneur thing, and we were gonna jump in, and we started off with real estate stuff. We're like, okay, yeah, we'll figure this out. So we started real estate, got a house on a contract, ended up being a complete good time. We do most of the work on it. And then in the in-between of that, an opportunity came up for this radon mitigation company. So in the same construction type realm, but we're like, okay, well, it makes good money. We know how to do the work. We're not afraid to work. Why not do both at the same time? And then we just sort of compounded after that and went full steam ahead and haven't slowed down really.
You're right. Well, and one thing, so we travel a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're always traveling. There's always something going on. And we counted how many days we were traveling last year, not doing stuff that's productive.
Just driving
back and forth. We spend a lot of time in like Teton County, like Jackson Hole and Driggs. So we're driving a lot, and it's like 45 work days. 45 whole entire work days. We are sitting in the truck, not being productive. Like, we're listening to personal development and a bunch of stuff, becoming better humans. But I'm like, time is money, right? And like, I want to grow up sometime and live my dreams instead of just dream my dreams. And this opportunity was presented to us. And I remember, like, we were sitting not too far from where we are now, and I tell Ali, I'm like, we don't have time. When are we going to do this? And then we started breaking it down. Started breaking it down and looking at it for what it really is. And compared to traditional business, like, this is awesome. Like, this is, like, I'm used to high operating expenses, having to manage all this stuff, communicating with people, like, all these things. And this is just mind-blowingly awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. Before you guys go any deeper, I mean, that's super cool. You mentioned 2016 and you dived into this entrepreneur world. Were you guys, what did you do before that? Were you entrepreneurs? Were you born entrepreneurs? Has it always been in your blood, or something that just came about because you were unhappy with something else? I guess give us a little insight as to your entrepreneur journey.
More of the background. Okay. Okay. So for me, I have historically been, we both came to Idaho for school, for college. So I'm only in Pocatello, Idaho, originally because they said, do you want to play volleyball? Right? So I was an athlete in college, did the athlete thing, was pretty good at that. Rode that train as long as I could, to be honest. I'm like, okay, so I'll do this.
Pretty good.
Staying in school, just didn't really know what I was doing too much, to be honest. I was just kind of going with the wind and doing my thing. And then after that, I was really not, in retrospect, not very responsible. At the time, I felt pretty responsible, but I started substitute teaching. I coached volleyball camps, and I was a coach for years. I was a volleyball coach for about 18 years or so. So since they could let you coach, I said, okay, I'll start doing that. It was a pretty good time. Did that for years and years. And then in 2010, I moved back here to coach volleyball at the university. And did that for 4 years. And honestly, that abruptly ended for me. And I didn't know. And it just ended. So that's the crappy part about it. Like, it just shut down for me completely, and that sucked bad. So, and that was in 2014, so that was bad. And then I told myself I was fun employed and all that, and then I got a job bartending and baking bread, and so then I was in the wheat industry. You know, I was making the best of it, and that's kind of where I was when right before we started our new entrepreneur life. And we've been together for a while. So yeah, in there. So when I came back for school or to coach, I got her back. So that was good. And then in 2016, we did everything. We got married. We said, forget my baking job. I'll let her tell you her side of the story, because hers is a little different. That history part.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Man, this all started for me. It started, well, I counted it back now. It's actually 2012. I got in this nasty car accident. So I had a big kid job. Like, I had a great job.
She was really responsible. I tried to fake it, but she was like legit responsible.
I was making enough money. You know, I wasn't money motivated. I had a great job working for a nuclear research facility, doing really cool things.
Wow.
Right.
Right. Like,
You're
super
smarty.
cool stuff. Right. And the thing about it, though, is I had to drive a lot. My commute, like, even in Idaho, my commute was like 2.5 hours every day, which is significant when you think about where we live. But I got in a car accident on my way home from work, and I got rear-ended by another driver going 70 miles per hour.
Wow.
I was at a complete stop. And, like, I'm not going to get emotional about it, but it annihilated my whole life. And, like, it was crazy. I went from college athlete running, like, that weekend, we were going to run our first ultra marathon.
Mm-hmm.
And in an instant, that changed. And I told Ali I wasn't going to cry, so I'm not. But when the instant it changed, and I woke up, like, well, I got really depressed, to be honest. But at the same time, I woke up. And I woke up because I realized that while I was making plenty of money, like, that wasn't it. You know, that wasn't it for me. And I went through a huge transformation physically, emotionally. Like, I couldn't run. I couldn't do the things that I used to do. And for me, that was huge. I had to find hobbies that didn't involve moving.
And of course, we're pretty creative, so we had some good ones. You know, we started doing miracle, all these.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of weird skills now.
And then we were
skills.
But
like, I went through it all. You know, I had back surgery. I was on a gamut of medications, and physically, like, I was searching for something, and I found something. I found something that is CBD that changed my life. So for me, I like the business. Now that I know about it, it's truly amazing. But for me, it started with the products. It truly did, because like I can't even tell you how much better my life is today.
That's amazing. Awesome.
Like, it's wild. And
so we can't use any obviously claims because our, CBD is just a health supplement, but you started feeling better, and that's amazing. Whereas you were on all this other crap that wasn't really making you feel better. So that's huge.
Right.
Huge. Awesome.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So you guys, it sounds like we're not entrepreneurs that just got through series of events thrown into or decided to jump into entrepreneur life, which I think is fascinating because, things happen that make it like we have to pivot at some point, right? And make a decision. And you guys decided to jump in, but I don't know about you guys, at least for me, I wasn't taught entrepreneurship. I think I was born with it in my blood, but I wasn't taught entrepreneurship either. No one taught me business or money or any of that stuff. And so, I think, and now I'm working with thousands of entrepreneurs and a lot of new entrepreneurs in this industry over the last 24 years, I find that people think of entrepreneurship and then they just dive in kind of like you guys did and think, I've got to do all this stuff, right? I got to do all the things. And it can be kind of overwhelming. And I feel like that's where you guys were at. And for, even my husband and I, we've had multiple businesses over the 20 years we've been together, a design and construction firm, high end here, that kept us like crazy busy. But we dreamed of traveling and being free. And so again, now you talk about all the things you dove into. Now we have to talk about the right business model, right? You have to learn entrepreneurship. You have to learn business. You have to learn business models. And I think you kind of happened into this industry because of a product that changed your life, which is awesome. And since then, you've gotten to know an industry that you love that can also help other people. So I think that's kind of a cool place to dive into. Were you guys aware? And of course, the industry we're talking about is network marketing, which a lot of people are aware of. Some people are confused about, right? I know that you guys mentioned to me before when we were chatting privately that you didn't really have any experience in this industry whatsoever.
No, none, not a lick. Not a lick.
No, yeah.
And I'd be lying if I said there wasn't the hesitation that people still, ask us about it first. But at the same time, initially, when we said, okay, yes to this one, it was just because we figured the person who introduced us to it he's cool. Like, I really don't believe that he would set us up to fail. I just don't believe that about Terry. I think Terry has our best interest in his mind, right? And so we're like, okay, so there has to be something else. And like, he's uber successful. There's other people who are uber successful in life in general, and they're doing it. Like, it's not like he has to do it. And I thought, well, if he's doing it, there's a reason. We at least owe it to ourselves to figure out what that reason really is. Like, what is it about this industry? And other people had come up to us with different products and different opportunities like this. And in this industry, we just had never said yes.
Right.
So it was a pretty interesting little turn from there, really.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cool.
Like divine intervention. And that happens. And, you don't know the industry, but I think it's a great transition into what it is that actually about network marketing that makes it so powerful for people. It's a huge opportunity for someone to really control their life and their freedom. And I know that we were talking about this recently, just that you guys have really realized the power of this versus all the other things you were doing, that, like you said, you love to travel, but those 45 business days a year that you're on the road, you're not necessarily being productive. Right. So I think what's awesome about this is that, in this industry, you find that magic, the right company with the right products and the right timing, the right everything. And it's magic. And you can, through a system, right, a business in a box system, you can run it from anywhere in the world. With a cell phone, all you need is an internet connection, right? A laptop, a cell phone, and you're in business. And so tell us a little bit about, you made that choice. You tried the product, obviously. And from the product, right, you respected the person that told you about the business. So how complicated was it to start your own business?
Wait, to start this business?
Yeah, when you guys decided, hey, I like the product, I want to get started. How difficult was that?
Oh, it was easy. It was easy.
It was like a click of a button, right?
Yeah, the other ones, those are hard. Those are so complicated. And then this one, it was really so easy to start it because it was already done. Like we, like you said, we built our businesses, our other ones. And so we know what it is to even put together a website. and how much effort that really takes when you're getting going. Like putting together a good website is not easy.
And then updating it.
Yeah, and it's not cheap. It's not free, and it's not easy to do. And then the other things like the capture pages, all the marketing information, and then there's all these other humans involved in this business that want you to succeed. And I understand that our success means somebody else's success, but that's totally fine with me. I'm good with that. I'm good with success bleeding up and down. It's fine. Yeah. Spread it all around, you know? But this business was really, really, really simple. And that's what made it work for us, really, because we were squeezing it into the time that we didn't have already. We didn't have the time, but because it was already set up, it was easy to make the time because we didn't have to spend the time getting started and building all the back office stuff. It was just there and ready.
What was the one thing, you know, in building it, what did you have to do, right? Like what's that one thing you have to do to build the business?
So one thing I had to do?
Yeah, you just have to talk to people, right? I mean,
yeah, that's it. That literally is all to build because the systems are there.
Yeah.
Right.
So all you have to do is open your mouth.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And I had to work on me, like personal development, to be honest. Like I had to start reading and get out of my own way. Like it was so simple. Like everything is there. I was literally like, I was trying to overcomplicate it because I was trying to be special and all these things. But it's like people that know what they're doing put this together. Like just listen and being coachable. Like some of those things, just putting all of these misguided beliefs aside and just doing it, just simply doing it.
Right. Our brains overcomplicate it, right? We're like, it's a business. So we've got to do all this stuff. We got to learn all this stuff. We got to, so we overcomplicate when, actually this industry, this business model is so simple. You talk to someone, they're interested, you send them a link, you can text it to them, Facebook Messenger it to them, email it to them, they click on it, they watch a video, they like it, they buy their product, they get going. That's it, right? It's like the company does all the work. They have all the overhead, all the employees, all the product already done. They ship the product out to your customer. You don't stock anything. You don't do anything, right? So talk about ultimate freedom. You really, truly do just need to be open and coachable, right? And send out a link to someone that wants to do what you're doing, that wants freedom. Yeah. So that's why I love this industry. And I'm so passionate even about this company and just what it's doing for people. I love your story of the product because, that's powerful and you're passionate about, sharing that with other people. I love that. And I love, and I just have to throw this in there because, having an opportunity to work with you guys, over a year, you guys are so driven and so magnetic. I mean, your energy, your drive, your heart to help people, and you've been so open and so coachable. And that really, I think, is the key to your success here because you didn't know the industry, right? You didn't know the business model, but you've surrounded yourself with everybody that's willing to put out training, willing to talk about how to do it, shown up to every call, every coaching, opportunity, and you guys have implemented. And when you got stuck, you've messaged on the side, hey, what am I doing wrong? It's like something that you were determined to learn. And with all that in the journey to now, in retrospect, how hard was it really?
Not hard at all. It really is really pretty. It's so simple. It is so simple and so straightforward. And the thing that we had to do was just take the time to do it. And the time it's not like our other stuff where you're doing something for 8 hours, at a time, 8 hours in a row. That's not how we built it to this point, at least. I mean, at some point, hey, that'd be cool. That'd be fine. If we're rolling in, and doing that this is our full-time gig, that's fine.
Yeah.
To that, actually.
But to get to where we are right now, just, the beginning, it was really a product of finding those 15-minute chunks, those 30-minute chunks. And then as we got better and better at it, those chunks became more and more efficient, really. Like we got better at talking to people. We got better at introducing the opportunity and the products instead of just, making the rookie mistakes. And so as we got better at it and more efficient, it took less time to be good.
Yeah.
And to me, that just, like in my coach brain, it makes complete sense because the more you work on it, the better you get at it. But for a while, you might suck.
Yeah.
Right? You might suck for a little while, but as long as you know that you suck and you're not really doing it right because you're not getting the results and you're making changes and little adjustments, things, then it typically works out. And for this, it really has.
You have to be willing to get out of your own way, right? And just do it. Keep going no matter what, which you guys have been awesome at. And I know it's been a learning curve, but I guess, Tiffany, tell me, because I know you're emotional about where you guys have come and your journey's been amazing. I love seeing that because to me, it shows your heart. And I know that you guys have a huge heart for your team, awesome people you're working with. And recently you guys have really hit from kind of, learning the learning curve for a little bit there to that next level in your business. So congratulations on that. For anyone watching, they basically hit the first major rank promotion in our company, which just means they do the same thing. They still help people and they still do exactly the same thing. They just get paid more money for doing it. So that's super exciting. It comes with bonuses and all that fun stuff. And, income disclaimers. We're not here to say you're going to make any amount of money or any of that. We're just saying what's possible if you put the work in, right? And you guys definitely have done that. What would you say at this point has been your favorite part of this journey?
Oh my goodness. The people are so amazing. The people and just the personal development. Me as a human, I have changed. Like, I don't even recognize my past self. And I love that. I have tons of respect for my past self. But I have grown so much as a person, and that for me has just really hit home and changed turned my world upside down in the best ways.
Awesome. And Ali, what about you?
Oh gosh.
Your favorite
really,
part?
What?
Your favorite part so far of this journey?
It's been to learn a new side of us and how we can. And it's really the other people. It's fun to let people and hook them up with an opportunity and then see their life change because of it. Because their life will completely change, and to see the products change people. And then the real icing on the cake is we work together all the time. I know a lot of people ask us, how do you even do it? Because we spend a lot of time together. And a lot of people say, how do you hang out with each other literally all the time? Don't you get sick of each other? How long are you going to be married if you keep this up? And the answer is, well, don't worry, we're fine. Right? Like, it's a course really fast on how to, when you're failing as much as we have in the last little bit, but you're committed to working it out because, I can't quit. Because if I quit one of my jobs, that means we quit. And so none of these things, there's no quit about it. And it's been really fun to dive into it and be able to do it with Tiff and learn so many things about ourselves, each other, other people, how to hook other people up with an opportunity that's life-changing, and to see it progress that way has been really, really fun, to be honest. It's just a good time. And and that's our focus in life in general is I want it to be good. At the end of the day, I want life to be good. What does that mean? To be totally honest, I'm still figuring it out. Like, how good is good? I mean, right now, I think we got it pretty good. When I look around, our life is pretty good. But then I see, you guys traveling and doing all these things. I'm like, no, that looks good, too. So that looks really good. So how do I get that kind of good? And the action is, the answer is we had to take more action. We had to do more than what we were doing in order to get the things that we truly want out of life.
Right. Absolutely.
And so it's been
you grow
to find this avenue.
Yeah, you grow and what you want, I think, changes as you grow, right? Because there's a new level, and at that new level, you've changed and evolved. And so now the way everything around you and the way you look at it has changed. I found that in our life too. We're busy in this construction and we thought we wanted, all this success and high-end projects and stuff. And then one day we woke up and realized that, someday's not going to happen and just come and fall in our lap. We have to create it. And if we have all these dreams of traveling, but we're stuck at home running these projects, is that the quality of life we want? And at one point, money even is something you have to question, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have time to enjoy it, what's the point, right? So you start to value different things. You start to value time and people and relationships and quality, I think, of life, the more you mature. And especially as you mature in your entrepreneur journey, I find that changes inside of you, what you want and how you now want to make an impact, not just change your own life and make a bunch of money, but the impact. So that leads me to my next question for you guys. What's driving you? What drove you to stay the last year and a half with you put your heads down, the blinders on, laser focused on we're going to figure this out. We're going to keep going. We're going to help as many people as we can. Even when you had, you know, disappointments or failures or bad days, you could have quit, right? Lots of people quit, start things and quit. You guys didn't come from entrepreneurship. I'm sure there were really hard days. So what is driving you? What's that magic?
Man, the ability to say yes.
It's pretty simple. That's truly like when people are like, what's your why? What's your reason? What's your thing? It's to be able to say yes. And because yes is a really powerful word. Like if you say yes, if somebody's like, hey, do you want to go here? If we can say yes, and we were spending a lot of time apart. Before when she was doing her nuclear job.
When I was a major nerd, and Ali was coaching volleyball. Like,
I love that.
We were making plenty of money.
It was fine,
right? But we never saw each other. And our relationship, you know, we struggled. You know, like there were real struggles in our relationship, and that sucked. You know, that was motivation enough to quit my job. And
I remember when we first got asked, you know, what's your why? Because we don't have kids. So, and when you ask a lot of people their why, it took us a minute to come up with ours, because when you ask most people, a lot of people have kids. So their why is, you know, that legacy for their children and different things like that. And I have mad respect for that. I think that's a great thing for a parent to want to do, you know, like,
yeah, of course,
make sure your kid's like set up and knows things and is good, you know, and I think that's a great thing. But for us, I'm like, okay, so what is it? Because it's us. And then we realized that we don't just think about us either. Like, because then our family, we don't have kids. So then we do a lot of things in the community. And we want to do more things in the community. And we want to do more things for other people. So, and we know how powerful it is when we started our business and we got our first house, you know, and we're asking people and trying to figure out how to do the funding for it. Somebody had to say yes to us. And when they said yes to us, it changed our life, because that meant we could go and pursue our passion, our dream of being an entrepreneur, all because somebody said yes.
Some stranger, keep in mind, we got funding, like
it was
crazy, but funded by somebody that doesn't even know us, that knew, but they had to have felt our passion and who we are and what we wanted to do. But that, to me, like, I admire that so very much, and I want the opportunity to do that more than a lot of things.
So as much as we want to be able to say yes to going to see our families, right, and traveling and doing all those, and yes, I would love a new house, right, and all the material things, but more so yes to the different opportunities that are bigger than things, you know, that saying, be able to say yes to somebody who has an idea that they believe will change their life. Or it'll make the world better. Or maybe it's just fun. And being able to have the tool of yes is important. And in a lot of cases, the world we live in, yes is tied to money. You know, I wish it wasn't, but yes is tied to money. I can't get on a plane if I can't buy a ticket. I can't say yes to a startup business if I don't have the money for them to fund it. Like so for that reason, so money isn't everything, but it's a tool. And I would love to have more of that tool, right? So that's why this business is important to us, because we've seen people take the business and in not a lot of time create the tool of money relatively swiftly. And then what you do with that tool, I mean, that's everybody's personal choice. And we have our plan with it. But it's, you know, that's kind of what really drives us, is the ability to see somebody believe in themselves so much and then them take action in it. And if we can help support that in any way, that's what we want to do.
I love that. The ability to say yes. It's you know, it's really the ultimate freedom, but you guys just phrase it differently. But I love that, to say yes. And very few of us really think about the power of that word. You know, I know you guys got me thinking for a minute. I'm like, yeah, I'll say, hey, I want the freedom to travel whenever I want. Yes, with my family, you know, do whatever I want with who I want, however, and not have to worry or think about money. But that's really saying yes. You know, do you want to go to Cabo for 10 days? Yes, I do. Do you want to go hang out in Europe for? Yes, I do. So that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it all sounds fun and, you know, games and all that. One thing Andre and I always say is that, you know, we got to a point where so many things in our life were not fun. that if in our life we made a choice, if it's not fun, we're not doing it. We're still driven. We're still going to hustle. We still want to help people. We want to make that impact. We want to be able to say yes, right? But we also want to enjoy the quality of our life. And right now, with everything going on out there, there's so many people hurting. With what you guys have learned as far as, the traditional types of businesses, the real estate businesses, everything that you've gotten your hands into now with the experience of building this business. And at this point, you've got a pretty substantial team. You guys are helping tons of people. You have success here. You fought for it. You got it. You're teaching other people how to do it and how to simplify it. And I love that. What advice would you give to the people out there that are either confused, just don't know about it? Maybe they're hustling the wrong things, but they're tired, they're scared, they're hungry, they're struggling, they're frustrated. They're not, sometimes couples fight when they're seeing each other too much. Sometimes they fight when they're not seeing each other enough. Sometimes but a lot of times it's over money, and money creates stress, right? And, that stress over money also leads to the word no a lot, right? Instead of yes. So what advice would you give people out there right now, just kind of thinking about where you guys were at in your journey and now, having these conversations with people hurting today? What advice would you give them? What would you tell them about what this really is and what they need to be focused on?
Well, I would have to say your alibi. So many people have an alibi, and even in your head, like every day you take action, and I don't care who you are, on what level, what scale of human you are. People have alibis, and get rid of your alibi, because your alibi is just an excuse getting in the way of what you want. And this is what I said when I quit my job at INL.
Because everybody thought she was crazy. Because that's like...
Oh, she was a pretty big deal. You don't just walk away from that usually.
Yeah, it was really secure. It was great.
And it was very abrupt.
But
but yeah.
This was so good.
It's like, well, so many people in a traditional relationship, like we're two girls, like this is not a traditional relationship, if anybody didn't know. We don't, like, people have kids all the time, and it's just a whoopsies, right? It's just a whoopsies. It happens, and then people say, well, they figure it out. And there's people always say,
we asked our friends, like, are you ever ready? Like, were you ready to have a kid? And all of them were like, no.
No, you're never ready.
Like, I thought I wanted, but I wasn't ready. And it's like,
well, it's like, the thing is you're never going to be ready. And taking a jump into something better is just like getting knocked up. in the best sort of ways, right? You can either choose to move forward or you cannot. But the thing is you're never going to be prepared. And I can't relate because I'm not a mother.
Yeah.
But I listen to people that do have kids, and that's what they say. And I have a lot of respect for that, because I can't relate. and that's really it. Like, just take that jump, because no matter what you do, no matter what friend, like if you try to console with a family or friend, they're never going to give you the answer that you want. Give yourself the answer that you want, and give yourself the permission to take that jump into entrepreneurship, and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you say, when you're saying just do it, just take the jump, obviously, there's different types of businesses, different types of entrepreneurs, would you tell someone just jump into entrepreneurship, whatever your dream or passion is, or would you guide them to a specific type of industry, business, platform?
Well, see, and that's the thing. That's what really we love about this business, to be completely honest, is because everybody has a different idea of what their dream life is. And there's a million different ways to get there. But here's what I do know is this business is a great way to get there. It's a great way to get started. And it can fit into truly any lifestyle. Like we said, when we first started, she said, no, we don't have time. And we didn't have time. But we could create time. Like, okay, so we know our limiting factor now. Our limiting factor was time. Okay, so how can we adjust that so that way it's not our limiting factor? And we've slowly chipped away at that. And I know that some people have a lot going on. And the thing is it's not all or nothing. It can go in stages. And it's just making a plan for each stage and each, each part of it. Do I think that it would be super rad for everybody to go 5K their first month? Yes, indeed, I do. I think everybody should go 100K their first month if they could.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a fantastic. Like, no, I wouldn't recommend waiting 2 years if you could do it in 2 months. But it's a consistent effort towards the goal that you want. And that's been our main pusher is we have gotten focused on what we want our life to look like and what we, want to go for. And truly, I think a lot of people don't know how to dream and don't know how to set the goal of something bigger than where they are. And that's the first thing I like to encourage is, well, what do you really, really want? Do you really want to keep doing what you're doing today? And if the answer is yes, super, cool. Hey, have fun. That's awesome. Like, I'm glad you're that happy and that stoked about where you're at. If not, okay, how can we get you where you want to go? And sometimes the answer is, hey, you should check out this link. Hey, I'll send you this business thing, right? And sometimes our answer is, hey, maybe you should try this with your business because they have something else going on. But it's all that consistent effort towards bettering things, like getting better and making progression and making the world cooler and cooler, really. Like, we're all only here for so long. Make it as cool as you can.
I agree. Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong, right, with getting to a place of asking yourself what's not working in my life. No matter what level of success you think you have, you've got this, high-end badass job, you're a coach, you're happy, you've got a real estate company, real estate business, whatever it is. There are things that we dreamed about at one point, right? So to start dreaming again or ask ourselves what's not working. And then, it's interesting because a lot of people have a misconception about what we're all doing and that it's a lot of work too. And again, if you want big results, anything that you're going to do in life, I believe that it's going to take hard work. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to build it. Nothing comes for free. You're going to work it, but is the hard work worth it at the end of the day? Is it a 3 to 5 year plan or is it a work my whole life and die plan? And, that's the way I like to look at it. And so I love the energy. I love how you guys have, had all these light bulbs go off during your journey of this business. And now you're like sharing that with other people and helping them see the simplicity of no matter where you're at, what's not working. If it's not working, don't be afraid to pivot and shift something. Don't be afraid to start your side hustle, right? Now, just put whatever you can into it, just consistently. If it's an hour a day, awesome. If it's an hour a week, awesome. Just do it, right? Because you're building something that will start to grow and flourish, and as opposed to nothing different that you're doing today. And, I hear you guys share that message with people, and it's so inspiring, and your team is absolutely on fire. So I love that. And it's true. It's what I think people need more of right now is to know, like, cool, take all the overwhelming stuff going on, but break it down to the simple. And that's just get started, right? Just do a little bit as you can until maybe your side hustle, maybe your plan B can become a plan A if you choose, right? Like, that's a huge deal for me. I'm obsessed with traveling with my family. I want to do more of it, but obviously we like to go to nice places, and that takes money, as you said. So we have to, we have to keep working. But now I choose to do things that are online that give us freedom to do the things that we love, right? Because I'm in a different phase of my life. Our kids are almost grown, and we're just doing things different. So for you guys, you're now learning also that you have all kinds of personalities on your team and people coming to you. Some people with, a lot of business experience, some with none, some from real estate, some stay-at-home moms. I mean, you got all kinds of people, right? And that can be kind of fun and challenging too. But you guys have seen doing it wrong, and then finding it, doing it right, like getting into alignment. Now you're coaching your team of how to do it and how to do what you just did, right? That duplication. What advice would you give? Because your team's going to watch this for sure. So this is your chance. So what advice would you give your team right now? Doesn't matter what level they're at, what stage they're at, but some of the biggest things that you guys have learned from this experience, what message do you want to give them right now? Some of them are starting their business, been a couple months, it doesn't matter. But what do you guys want to say to your team about this opportunity, about what you've learned, about what they have at their fingertips?
You got it?
Consistency and showing up is like, it's that simple. Just plugging in consistency and sharing. Like, you're looking for an opportunity, and you're looking for people that you want to spend more time with. So like, keeping it simple, right? And finding those people that you jive with. You're finding your tribe, and not letting it get too complicated, because it really is just consistency and anything else.
Yeah, and progression. At whatever rate you're progressing, if you're progressing, you're making forward momentum. And it's, your activity level will dictate, how fast you're progressing, but to keep progressing on one way or another. If something didn't work, change it and move forward. If you're kicking ass, then keep kicking ass and do it a little faster, really, if you can. Because if you're already doing it at this speed, that means you could go more, right? If you've already figured out how to do what you're doing, well, you already figured that out. So keep progressing, figure out the next step, and keep making moves. So it's that consistent progression, I think, is a big deal. And I think that it's a big deal in all parts of life, to be completely honest. But in business,
True.
It's completely true. If you're not consistently progressing, somebody else will. And they'll take your spot, no matter what business you're doing. And so that's kind of like, no matter what you do, if you're not consistently getting better, somebody else is. And that's the kind of the message is to, it gets tricky, it gets hard, but that hard thing, all you have to do is learn from it, and then it's not so hard anymore because you already learned from it. It's already there. It's already done. Like, just take the next step now and get there.
That's so true. I think that's great advice. You know, you guys kept plugging away, and what moment did this click for you into, oh my gosh, this is so much simpler than we're making it. What the heck? You know, what clicked for you?
Yeah.
There were so many clicks because there were so many clicks. The moment where I realized that I'm searching for people that want to start a business, like I'm searching for other people that want to do the same thing that I'm doing and that need it too. Before I was overcomplicating it, and I was thinking about it more like I'm a store, I'm a retail. I wasn't thinking about it with the right mindset. And now I realized, well, I'm just searching for good people that want to live their dreams, really. And that, like, they're everywhere. It's just a matter of having the right conversation, because people's dreams and desires, they aren't necessarily the same as mine. And that's great. It just identifying those things.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's that moment when we realize that we have to get out of our own way, right? You know, it really is much simpler, and we're just looking for hungry people. I love in this business that we get to choose our tribe. I love that we get to choose the people we surround ourselves with, because I believe that that's very, very important now more than ever, to eliminate toxic people and toxic things from your life and surround yourself with positive-minded, happy people that want to have fun and that are hungry for growth. You know, and I love that about this industry. I love that about this business probably more than anything, right? But then the opportunity to not only get out and hustle, like Andre and I have always been hustlers. You two are hustlers, right? In whatever you've done, it sounds like you know how to hustle. You're not afraid of hard work, right? But it's one thing to have a platform where you can go work hard and make money. It's another thing to be able to have a platform where you can work hard and make money, but also share that with other people and help them do exactly the same thing. Like, get them going and help them launch hope, right? An opportunity to make it extra, you know, little bit of money to pay their car payment each month, to buy the extra groceries for their kids, to homeschool their kids, to pay their mortgage, you know, whatever that is that they're struggling with and that they need. Now we have a platform. You have a platform to not only just be Ali and Tiffany, but no, there's a system, there's a business in a box that we can show you how to do what we just did and help you do it too. And so I love that. And I know you guys do too. I know you're passionate about this, but I really do believe this timing and this window of opportunity where people need to get this, they need to hear about this. They need to understand it, right? It's about educating people as to what it is we're really doing here. It's not something, right? It's not some little hobby. It's a really big business opportunity for people to grow and to change their life, right? So in that, I guess, tell me, you know, what does your life look like now because of this, and what's next for you two?
Ooh. Well, our life now, because of this, it's given us more freedom to do things, really, because like you just said, you know, you say you make a little bit extra money to, at first, hey, it's just a little bit extra. At first it was a gas tank, right? But if I had that means I could pay my bills. Or if I made money, it meant we could go out to dinner, right? If it's that little bit more. And it's gotten more and more where it's like, hey, if it takes over my mortgage payment, that means that's more money. So that means I can do different things with it. And so it's been a really cool eye-opener to how fast you can get there with and like you said, It really is. You can make money, but the helping other people figure out how to make money and take those steps and take that and make their financial freedom real is really cool. And we were trying to figure it out with even real estate, you know, right? Like, yeah, let's teach people how to do it. But the barrier of entry was so high. Like, to get into real estate, it takes a lot. And then especially if you're going to do the work, right? And that's what, because that's how we did it. We did the work. We had the tools. We figured out how to do it all. And the barrier of entry is so high that it's not super duplicatable. It's hard to duplicate flipping a house, to be honest. I know there's a lot of people doing it, but to do it well and to make money doing it takes a lot. And why this business itself is so good, the barrier of entry is low, and you can be really successful if you're motivated. So when you're saying the limiting factor is truly just yourself, it's a really powerful thing. And to introduce people to that and say, hey, listen, as long as you get out of your own way, this will work. You know, get out of your own way, plug in, put together the action, this works. And that was just a huge, huge eye-opener and something that I think everybody should know about, really.
Yeah,
like, it can be that, you know, like it could be easy. It doesn't have to be so hard all the time. And I don't know.
Well said. I mean, it's the barrier to entry to most things. You know, think about someone that has dreamed of running a business or opening a franchise. You have to have capital. You have to have, you know, usually there's overhead, a building, design, you know, this, employees, HR, insurances, all of that stuff, right? There's a huge barrier to entry for most traditional businesses. And this one's very, very small. Usually comes with, you know, like for us, it's just amazing products that are life-changing. And you, right? So you just getting out of your own way, like you said. I love how you said that. And you know, I think people need to understand that we're not saying this is easy, right? Because the hard here is you. The hard here is your mindset and your beliefs around, you know, your life and business and this and stuff that you don't understand. But if you're willing to follow a proven system and just do it and be consistent like you two have done, I think it's a brilliant business model. And the timing for people right now is amazing because it is a low barrier to entry, but you've got to do the work. You've got to talk to people and get out there and share. And really, I think it's just about, you know, you mentioned, Tiffany, earlier that, you know, in the beginning, you were just kind of selling, like thinking you had to sell product and like be this little store and all this stuff. And I hear, and I'm sure you guys hear this too. I hear a lot of times from people, well, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not good at that. I'm not, you know, blah, blah, blah. And what I've learned, and you know, hopefully, and I know what you guys have learned from experience is you don't sell. This isn't about selling. This is about sharing awesome people like you two. Like for me, my passion is I get to share your story with our audience today. You guys get to inspire people because you're real people that are in the trenches, just doing the thing, doing all the things, right? Figuring out what works, what you want to do more of, what you want to do less of. And it's not hard, but you've got to be willing to do it, right? You've got to be willing to get in there. And I think that is what some people struggle with. They don't understand, they don't know. And then if they feel like they have to sell when they don't. This is about sharing passion. This is about sharing hope. This is about just talking to people and planting seeds. If someone is hungry and they're hurting right now, and we may not know always who that is, then this is for them. That message will get to them. They will find hope and they will find this home just as we have. And so I love how you said that. Well, we are getting up on the hour. So any last thoughts, ideas, messages for your team, for anybody out there listening to you guys? I guess, how do you want to wrap your amazing Hempibition show?
Man. Well, really by saying thank you to you, to be honest. You guys have been awesome. And all the leaders out there, that's the great thing about this business is you don't have to know how to do it to get started.
True.
But you have to figure out how to do it to be successful. And the best part is there's a lot of people out there that are willing to teach you. So it's a product of being coachable, being willing to put in the work, and just doing and not wasting people's time. Like if I'm going to ask you a question, it's because I'm going to take action on the answer. It's not because I am just going to ask you a question. Like that's rude to waste somebody's time. So it's one of those, but as long as you're willing to put in the time and to ask the questions and do things, good things can truly happen from this. And you can help a lot of people figure that out too. And it's a powerful, it's a really empowering moment, really.
And yeah, anyone that's searching right now for a lifestyle change that knows, especially the people that already know what they're doing isn't for them, like this is a wake up call. This is a wake up call, and it's time to get your alibi out of the way and take that next step. And it's a little bit of risk, and it's a huge reward. And that's probably one of my favorite things about this business.
Awesome. Well said. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us. Thank you for all of your energy and heart that you put into the team. It's been absolutely our pleasure and such a blessing to have you a part of this team because you bring such life and energy. You inspire everyone, even outside of your own team, even us. So I think, just that healthy competition of us, like, it makes us want to hustle too and work, and it's fun. It creates a fun atmosphere and environment. You guys definitely add to that. And so I thank you for sharing your energy, for being a light out there for so many people that are hurting. If you were, if you're listening to this and you were invited by Ali and Tiffy, definitely get with them. You want to get with them ASAP because this is a huge, huge opportunity, and the timing in the window could not be better. And if you've invited someone on this, get with whoever told you about this because, we're definitely going to the top. There's more room at the top than the bottom. It's actually not crowded up here. There's plenty of room. So get with them. They're amazing leaders, amazing ladies, and they will definitely show you the steps to get started. But thank you, ladies, for your time. Thank you for your energy. We can't wait to do more big things with you guys in the future.
And everybody, as we're wrapping this up, no, you're good. You're good. You're
Come
good.
on in here.
No, not a problem. So as we're wrapping this up, you guys know what to do. You want to share this information, tag anybody that needs to hear it. Same on YouTube or, of course, here on Facebook. Spread the information, etc. Next Tuesday, as you guys were doing this, I've been hustling in the background. Next Tuesday on the Who's a Badass show, I have a really cool guest, and I typically don't talk about Who's a Badass on the Hempibition, but it's big. I have Donald Trump's photographer, Gene Ho, on the freaking Who's a Badass show next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Who's a Badass show. With that said, love you guys. Ladies, you rock. Great job. Tami,
awesome.
Great job.
Thanks, babe. All right, you guys, that is exciting. You guys are absolute rock stars. Go kick some butt. I know you got work to do, so thank you guys for your time and everybody for tuning in. We will talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you.